What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, the Storyteller. Not typically what you would say out of a 2K video, considering. But let's go over. So a while back, I mentioned that I had 2 jobs. That did a lot for fucking up my, scheduling and recording, but it happens. I recorded a bunch of stuff, and I later went on to put it in like the folder that I used to, mark what gets edited next and this, that, and the third. I mixed up a bunch of shit again. This video was never intended to have a face cam or like audio or whatever. I just so happened to accidentally drop 67. So I recorded it. I did the Xbox record level. Outside of that though, there's one video. I think it was like one of the first games against the Miami Heat or like some shit like that. I found the face cam for it like a week later, but I guess probably because I was tired and not paying attention enough, I was frustrated that day. I got rid of the gameplay video, so I'm having to get rid of the face cam video. Yeah, just getting mixed up again because I got so much going on. Nothing more to it than that. This video is obviously not going to be so long. I don't want it to be. I don't need it to be. It just needs to, get the point across. Once again, my bad. Shit happens. I try to stay organized, and sometimes I do really well at it, and sometimes I don't. It's hard to get a system in place when majority of your time goes elsewhere, so hard to pin that one down. Not much else really to talk about. I mean, there is some more stuff to talk about from high school, but I actually want to get off the high school train for a little bit. I mean, this started in high school, but books. I've always enjoyed reading books. I don't have a personal Instagram anymore. I got rid of that shit. The whole situation from back in the day. But, yeah, I have a lot of books. I used to have pictures of my book collection. Now, if I wanted to take a picture of my book collection, you're only going to see a chunk of it because the rest of it is hiding behind other books. But I've always enjoyed reading them. I attempted in middle school and like 9th, 10th grade high school to actually draw comics. Very quickly realized I don't know how to draw. So that was a problem. I actually could, I don't remember if I did this or not. Let me not say something if I don't remember properly. But, I've always enjoyed reading them. I've tried doing comics. I used to make little short stories because I wasn't good at, developing the plot really thoroughly. Like, it always felt like whenever I tried to develop a plot, it was way too much yapping and, like, I wasn't good at, like, developing the plot, like, through, like, hard situations and, like, stuff like that. I wasn't good at, like, world building or other stuff like that. But one day I was talking to a friend of mine, and I just kind of got the, idea of, what, I'm going to start a book, and instead of stopping halfway through, instead of deleting the entire thing, instead of, leaving it on a shelf to never be looked at again, I'm actually going to finish it. And no matter how, like, self-conscious I might get about finishing it, I'm going to finish it. And then, once I finish it, I'm gonna post it. Clearly based on that synopsis, you can tell that I missed a couple of fucking steps. Never got the book edited. Never got a cover design. I had to I actually got one of my boys from high school, because he's been back in the military. I got one of my boys from high school to like play around with like Photoshop and shit like that to make me a pretty good cover for it. And yeah, that was the start of, you know, once I finished him, you know, I started working on another book, then I worked on a sequel, then I worked on a third book that I don't like to acknowledge. And then I worked on a fourth book, which I felt like could be better. I felt like I was doing so much world building that like the plot itself hadn't really gone very far in like a lot of pages. So I kind of, you know, rushed the ending. It felt like is what it is. But you know, that's part of, you know, growing. I'm still within like what, my first 10 books. I mean, writing a book in and on itself, you know, is impressive, you know, considering, but, you know, in terms of, like, being a professional writer, one that, like, has, you know, multiple entries, I'm still, like, very early in that career. I didn't start out with, like, short novels. I didn't start out with, like, you know, playwrights and, you know, things like that. Just kind of dove into the deep end and said, let's swim. So I'm catching up on, you know, my arrogance, thinking that I don't need an editor, or not knowing how to get an editor, or not knowing that whole process is that there. But, you know, we're getting there. But yeah, that's a quick rundown of like my start of like my book journey. If you want to update on my book journey now, I still only have one book edited. I would love to get more edited, but I just don't have the finances for it right now. But that's a later story. This has been The Storyteller. Hope you all enjoyed. I post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Bye bye.